up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about hot topics for this week and some of last week, and to catch up on Beyond the Gates, okay? So I want to go ahead and let y'all know it's been brought to my attention by So What You Think podcast, okay? Miss Jen over there that does updates on Beyond the Gates every day. We will not have any new episodes next week. So with that being said, we want to really engage in this recap because we want to see what everybody is thinking and what our predictions are for when they do come back with the new episodes, okay? But a lot has been going on in these last 2 weeks, so we're going to get into it. But first, we want to get into some of the hot topics. So it is a Saturday afternoon. Y'all are probably out getting in the last few brunches before the summer goes on and takes a get on up out of here from us. So I understand we might have a little light crowd today, but if you are watching this for a replay after this, I appreciate you. For everybody that joins me right now, I extra appreciate you as well. So let's just get into it. We're not even going to wait until we get into the 5 or 6 minute mark like I normally do. Okay. But come in, give a shout. Let me know that you are here. Say hello. All right. And we're going to get to talking. All right. Rose Armstead is here. She says, good evening, Shay Renee Chat and Mods. Good evening, Rose. Thank you so much for joining. All right, so let's get into the thing. I'm sorry that I'm late, y'all. I had to, this computer just was going crazy. And I was like, hello? We got to get this together. Okay, we got to get this together. Oh, getting jazzy with Jazz TV is here. One of my mods. Thank you so much for coming in, friend. Says, hey, Chat and Shay, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much. CDW says, hello, everyone. What's up? What's up, CDW? All right, y'all, let's get into the thing. Let's get into the thing, all right? Let me share my screen real fast. So, y'all, listen, everybody has still been talking about the Funky Dineva, Tamar, Braxton stuff. Child, let me tell you something. I'm over it. I am over it. We are not going to talk about that today. I am just going to share my last little piece of opinion. If Tamar can get on live and her face doesn't look nearly as swollen as she tried to make it seem like it did, she can talk, she can do makeup, she can do all that. I don't know if y'all have ever experienced a toothache, like especially one in the front of your mouth and your teeth have come out. There is no way that I would want anything touching my face. No way. And if her teeth fell out like that, there's no way they could have created falsies fast enough for her to put in her mouth for her to be on live this quick. Now, I know she got the coins and you can pay to get the things done, but it's real fishy. And I just consistently see so many people defending her rhetoric and her BS on the internet. And it just really shows how flawed people's mindsets can be when you don't like somebody. We got to grow up, ladies. And it's the ladies, unfortunately. It's us. We're being immature. We don't like Funky Dineva. Some of y'all don't. So you are just out here just agreeing with any old thing. And that lady has a proven track record of crying wolf and being the victim in every single situation. She has the baby of the family syndrome. And at a very particular age of 50, almost 50 years old, at 48, you have got to grow up, Tamar. But listen, it is what it is. Let's look into some of these hot topics, okay? First one I wanted to talk about was Helena Ostapenko, okay? Adidas pressured to drop Helena Ostapenko after heated exchange with tennis pro Taylor Townsend. She told me I have no class. Okay, so this is just basically a situation where this Jelena, is it Jelena or Helena? I'm not sure, but Helena, she was a she has poor sportsmanship. She just got in this young lady's face and started talking all this mad BS. And she was just mad because she beat her like she stole something. And I loved the fact that Taylor Townsend she retained her composure. Okay. She remained very, very still. She didn't allow her to take her out of her, take her off her rocker and get all upset. Okay, she did not let her throw her off her square. So listen, look at the exchange that they had. Here's just some notes about it. It's competition. People get upset when they lose. Some people say bad things. She told me I have no class. I have no education. And to see what happens when we get outside the US. This is what Taylor Townsend tells ESPN that this Jelena woman said to her. And this was the exchange. I just wanted Taylor to get some chocolate cake and shove it in her mouth. Oh, Miss Trenchpool looking asshole. She looked just like Miss Trenchpool.
Taylor. You can see that emotion coming out of Taylor there. The entire court on court 11. Taylor egging it on. You love to see that competitive fight. All she's been through.
Yeah, she was super duper califragilistic pissed. Okay. Baby girl was mad, Miss Jelena, okay, aka Miss Trenchpool. She was over there looking a hot mess. Okay, where was the chocolate cake that we needed to make her eat? Okay. A mess, a whole entire mess. But Taylor, kudos to you, young lady, for keeping your composure and not letting that lady throw you off your square. Okay. Not letting you throw you off your square. All right, I found this little story, y'all. Janet Hubert.
My agent told her she is not doing the Housewives of.
First of all, this is a situation that I never knew about. Apparently, is it Janet Hubert or Janae, whatever? Janet Hubert, formerly of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she was the original mom on there, right? Aunt Vivian. Apparently, she was doing some work with Kenya Moore. And she was supposed to do something about Life Twirls On or whatever. And apparently Kenya did not pay Miss Hubert. Okay. So we're going to get into what Kenya did not do or did do or whatever do. All right. Let's get into it. I just want to start it over.
Told her she is not doing the Housewives of Atlanta. Got that? She's coming in to do this pilot that you want to do called Life Twirls On. So I do this pilot, and we had a wonderful time. I helped her with direction because her director quit the night before the shoot. And we had an understanding that if anytime I was on that set, they were not to include me. So when I walked in, they were doing a rehearsal. They tried to get me to sign this piece of paper. And I said, what the hell is that? I said, no, I said I wasn't doing household. And then the whole tone changed, right? So we got through it all, and then she wouldn't pay me.
Oh, no. We didn't know we were getting some tea here today.
Some scoop.
Hey.
Yes, it was quite a big, ugly, public pile of poop.
Here we
go. Because it was one day that she decided, I'm not going to pay you for that. And I said, girl, you don't want this.
Oh, wow.
I said, you don't want this, Kenya. And then she sent her minions. Yeah. And her little friend Brendan called me and said, Janet, just Go ahead and take. Then she forged my signature on the timesheets.
What?
She forged my signature on the timesheets. I had to go to the union. I filed a police report.
I'm dead here. I'm.
Look it up.
Yeah. Wow.
My agent told her she is not doing the Housewives of Atlanta. Got that? She's coming in to do this pilot that you want to do called.
Wow. So I wonder, I guess I need to watch the full interview just to see what this was all about and how this even came up. But it sounds like Janet Hubert was doing some directing or participating in some sort of way with the Life Twirls On movie or video that Kenya was doing. And I guess a portion of it was going to be filmed on the Housewives at the time. So Janet Hubert was like, I'll do the movie, but I'm not going to do Housewives. So I don't know if it's that she just didn't show up for that day of filming or what. And that's why Kenya didn't want to pay her. But child, not her getting Brandon to do her dirty work. Radio Andy Insta reports, when Janet Hubert talks, we listen and trust. She did not hold back on Kenya Moore or Atlanta's finest. Listen to the full interview on Sirius XM app and catch Reality Checked live weekdays at 4 p.m. Sounded like Dorinda was on there and somebody else. I can't remember who the other name was. But child, Janet Hubert, I don't know why people keep on messing with this crazy ass lady. I don't know why people keep on messing with her crazy ass. Ain't no way. I wouldn't be fooling with her. That's all I got to say about that. Moving on, y'all. Let's talk about Tia Kemp.
Bitch, get out of Target, get off that cot, and get to wherever the fuck you need to get to, and get my baby prepaid, Florida prepaid college fund signed and sent over to the third, that little boy. Yeah, ain't shit got to go to me, to him. If I find out you tricking off his shit, bitch, it's really gonna be up. Cause see how my peoples, they love me. They'll send me your hoes. This for you, fat bitch. Yeah, this is for you. And your hoe wanna run around and Target, where the DEIs ain't even existing no more. Boy, listen here. Get off that buggy. We gotta find him a hoe. We gotta find him a good kosher hoe, y'all. I'm so sick of this nigga hoe and dog making the wrong decisions with these hoes. You might well go though, just go, you know, be one of your hoe ass baby mamas. Them hoes is hoes. They from a hoe to another hoe to another hoe to another hoe to another hoe. But it's just a season. Anyway, this what y'all get for sending me shit. I didn't ask for this, so I don't need bitch coming over here saying Tia always got this man bitch's name or something in her mouth. I just showed you the motherfucking email. You tell that big bitch get out of Target, get off that cot.
So Tia Kemp issues PSA to Rick Ross, says there will be problems if he tricks on his new girlfriend but doesn't pay for their child's education. It seems like for years Tia Kemp has had issues with Rick Ross back and forth with finances. Like, you know, it seemed like Rick Ross is just one of those guys out here showing off. You spending all this money, but your son is in college, and it should be nothing for you to be paying this your son's tuition. So if you're out here spending money on women and not taking care of your children, and that's a problem. But people will look at this situation and come for Tia, even though Tia is hella funny. She is hilarious, but she's just doing what any mom would do. She's saying, listen, y'all keep sending me this stuff about this man, but all I care about is my children. I don't care about who he's dating, but I do care about him taking care of my son. I do care about my son getting his just due, because if you can't pay for what needs to be done for our child and do your part, then you shouldn't be out here buying this, that, and the third for all of these chicks. And I get it. And I agree. But Tia funny as hell, not laying in the bed with no damn clothes on, cussing somebody out, child. She is something else. And by the way, y'all, I am going to put timestamps on this for the hot topics, and then I'll do Beyond the Gates. So just a few more things.
I don't know. What's up with you and Natalie? Because last time we were trying to come.
This ain't my interview, nigga. This is
no. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to understand, because I asked Natalie what was going on. She had no idea. She said she's cool. Like, I don't know what the issue.
So hold on, y'all. Let's talk about it first. I always like to play the video, then talk about it. But this basically is Lemuel from the Zeus Network. He's coming on here trying to ask Just Hilarious. What's going on between her and Natalie Nunn? I guess we're gonna hear her talk about the issue that went on between her and Natalie. Where Jess felt disrespected by Natalie. Natalie wants some sort of apology, and Lemuel is over here trying to capitalize off of it. If I was to say this to just give Jess any advice, do not go on the Zeus Network. I know that, Jess Hilarious went on the Zeus Network for Jocelyn's Cabaret. She was a part of the reunion or whatever. You're on the Breakfast Club now. That type of stuff is beneath you now, sis. Like, no. And shout out to Jess Hilarious. This is actually a pair of her glasses from the Messy Vision Wear. You got all this other stuff going on for yourself. You do not need to go and low rate yourself on the Zeus Network. He's just trying to make a coin off of you. And all money ain't good money. He says repeatedly in this clip here, oh, the money is good. We'll pay. Yeah, but how much is that going to cost me later on for my reputation? And I really hope that Jess thinks about that and doesn't go on there looking like a damn fool. But let's listen to what they have to say.
Oh, what's up with you and Natalie? Because last time we were trying to come.
This ain't my interview, nigga. This is
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to understand because I asked Natalie what was going on. She had no idea. She said she's cool. Like, I don't know what the issue is between you and that.
No. I didn't like how Natalie, I was hosting, this was 2 years ago. I didn't even have this job yet, right? Yeah. She came up here. I don't even know what she was promoting, but she came up here and she said that I chose to not show up because she was on the schedule. Bitch, I ain't even work here then. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the fact that she said that, I said, and then she had like a hosting that night. It was like me, about 9 or 10 people and wherever she was at. And she was like screaming and shouting it on the mic, like, that bitch just like, that bitch just like.
First of all, Natalie, why are you screaming about Jess Hilarious and her position on the Breakfast Club or whatever? Girl, go over there and do this slum dog, never gonna be a millionaire, fight boxing, slap boxing with these chicks. Get your check over there mud wrestling with these ladies and get the hell on. Don't nobody... First of all, that Bad Girls Club shit is not even entertaining to me. I can't even stomach it anymore. Like, what are these women even fighting for? Just why? Oh, T is in the chat. My friend is here. What's up, T? How you bees? Thank you for joining. I'm just over here running my mouth about to talk about Beyond the Gates. Thank you for coming on through.
I didn't even show up to work because I came up there. She was scared, and I don't like all that clown ass. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I didn't have the job yet, and then I don't think they would even schedule us on the same day when I was guest co-hosting. So I'm like, nah, she don't deserve to sit with me when you had an interview before. And
I would love for you to make a cameo on Baddies. I'm presenting the offer now. If you're open to it,
I would love. You hear Charlamagne talking about we not putting Jess in there. Oh, hell no. Jess, listen to Charlamagne. You do not need to go on Baddies. You do not need that money. That coin is not worth the foolishness, okay? Lemmy is over here. He's a clown, okay? That is ghetto TV over there. D is in the building. What's up, D? She says, hey, Shay, just checking in. Waiting for a table for dinner. Oh, okay. What we eating at, D? Listen, D only eats the finest, okay? So listen.
For her to make a cameo. And we got a real bag for you.
Y'all had a real look. Y'all had a drama. Listen.
No,
he's saying a real bag like Breakfast Club ain't a real bag. Boy, take your dollar store jewelry and get the hell on.
I would love for her and Nat to work out. And
y'all had a real bag for me.
It doesn't have to be you guys fighting. It could just be you guys talking about,
She ain't gonna touch me. So that's the thing. But I know y'all got the real bags because you blessed me with a great bag when I did the show, Jocelyn's Cabaret reunion. So I already know you ain't playing about the money. It ain't about the money. It's just, like I said, morally, you don't play with me. You don't do no clown shit, And then the shit at Tycoon at the weekend. Remember we in Houston, she got mad because you was like, yo, let's take a picture. You offered me a shot and she was trying to get up out the shed. She couldn't get up out the shed quick enough. It was this thing. Scotty walked through my section. I was like,
first of all, she said stank Scotty. said Stank Scotty was walking through my section. Now that's supposed to be Lemmy girl. He ain't say not a goddamn thing. Okay. He ain't even defend his girl. First of all, then she trying to call Natalie fat, saying she got stuck in the chair and couldn't get up fast enough because she was taking a picture with Lemmy. First of all of y'all are like fighting over this skinny toothpick of a man. I bet you his is as skinny as his body. He throwing a daggone toothbrush down the hallway. That's how skinny his is. Why are y'all, child?
Now go around, don't walk through my shit. Yeah. And it was all of that. It was a lot.
You see, Lemmy, he didn't even defend his girl.
No matter how much we talking.
That was my next question.
Yeah, that was my next question. I don't know what you tell me. Oh look,
if he's throwing numbers, come on, Jess.
You tell me.
I'll be your
whatever the number is, you tell me. I'll make it work.
But what are you looking for? For what? For me to
just for you guys to sit down and discuss whatever whatever issues you have. I think
that was the two things. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think
how she, she ain't know, but that was that. That's why I said nah. She don't deserve to come up my job and sit and talk to me on the mic. Hey. I had to line about it. You know what I mean? I ain't like that. So
I think it would be a good look, and I think the fans will love to see it.
You a messy nigga.
We'll figure it out.
I know. I think it'd be great. That'd be great.
Well, look, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it off air.
Say less.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh God, Jess, please don't do it, girl. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it, girl. That is just not the biz-na-e. Not the biz-na-e. Oh, okay. I think I've been there before, D. I feel like I've been there before when I came up there for a company meeting of sorts. Oh, okay. I love it. Fancy. Getting jazzy with Jazz TV says I would not Lemuel at all. Okay, listen. Okay, he wouldn't even be able to smell my. All right, no, ma'am, Pam. Okay. Like the video, everyone. 14 watching, 11 likes. Come on, y'all. Let's get the likes to match. It's not a whole lot of us in here. So, let's go ahead and get it to match up. That's why I don't watch that mess on Zeus. See? Yeah, I can't watch it either. The only thing that I found myself watching is the interviews with Jason Lee, and that's about it. That's just all about it. Okay. But y'all, Jess, don't take your ass on there with Natalie. She is not worth your time. And you are too good to be in her space. Or she too good, you too good for her to be around you. Let's just say that. Let's look at this.
Interested in this too. So you said.
So Offset is basically in this interview telling this young man that he don't never want to get married again. He ain't never going to he don't think nobody should get married. He been there, done that. First of all, you are in this. Let me say this. It's very crazy to me how men want to tarnish marriage and make it seem so bad when you were the one cheating. You consistently kept cheating on this woman, and monogamy is a real thing. It is okay to be monogamous with somebody. It's not, people be saying, oh, it's not natural to be with, a lot of men are like, it's not natural for us to be with one person. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't have eyes for a ton of different people. I'm not trying to be out here humping and thumping on every man I see. What look good ain't always good for you. Okay. Commitment is real. It's in the 10 Commandments. Okay. Thou shalt not cheat. So do not get up on this daggone internet, Offset, after you have been caught time after time after time with female after female, and now you telling people not to get married. You used and abused, we can't say the word, that woman, Cardi B, for years. She forgave you. And that's not even, we can't even count how many times she probably forgave you behind the scenes. Okay. You are tired and trifling. And child, let's just listen to this fool. He don't even make no daggone sense.
In this too. So you said you'd never get married again, you think?
No.
Why not?
It's not for me.
No? Why not?
I've done it. Had 3 kids with it. It's like mission that's been complete.
How old are you now? 33?
33, yeah.
I'm 31. So I'm like, I feel like I'd want to get married though one day.
You got experience. You see, I experienced it. So I've already done it.
But you would never want to be like, again, married happily ever after, like this is my chick forever type shit? Never?
No. Everything's temporary.
So would you recommend marriage?
No.
Or would you tell me like, yo, don't get married?
Yeah, I'll tell you, don't get married.
Don't get married. For what reason?
I would say, unless you're cool with changing your life entirely. You got a partner that's different. Especially when it's written tough. And it's a real thing. Like, it's just, this partner's different.
Yeah, that's what I think about too.
You talking about if you have a partner, it's different. You weren't a partner. You were a sleazebag. Out here dicking and doing and dipping your dick in whoever would allow it. Are you kidding me? These men, I tell you, it's like you never can give these men enough. You give them your heart and soul. You want to have a conversation, that's a problem. They don't want to listen. They don't want to hear what you got to say. They think they know every goddamn thing. Don't want to hear your perspective of things. They just want to do whatever the hell they want to do. And you supposed to just let it fly and comply with their foolishness. No. Offset, you're trifling, okay? You thought that you could just, Cardi B was just supposed to adhere to your BS and let you be out here embarrassing the hell out of her. Are you kidding me? I pray to the good Lord, you know, she got out before you could bring her back something she can't get rid of. It's not healthy to be with somebody that's out here slut bagging around. And you know what? Who gives a damn if you don't want to get married again? If these women are smart, they won't sleep with your dog ass, okay? And that's just that on that.
Even getting a girlfriend, it's like, it's such a big commitment,
this is how
right?
we move, like our careers and shit. It's just hard.
That's interested in this too. So you said you'd never get married again, you think?
No.
Why not?
It's not for me.
No?
I agree, D. I tried to, let me, I don't know why it took the comment down. D says, why are BANs allowed to give marriage advice? Child, they should be prohibited from doing such things. Absolutely. 1000% should be prohibited from doing these things because, sir, nobody wants to hear from you. We didn't ask you and we don't care. I declare we do not care. Okay. Y'all, a mess, a whole freaking mess. All right, let's look at, I did want to show y'all this going back to Jess Hilarious. Okay. Jess Hilarious, there was this woman that posted about her weight loss journey. Now, for me, I feel like this young lady was clout chasing. You posted the Jess Hilarious comment because you wanted to get attention, okay? She wanted to first act like it bothered her and that it hurt her feelings or whatever. Jess comes and does this whole apology, and then the young lady, you know, people saw her for the clout chaser that she was, and now she kept doing all these videos tagging Jess or whatever to get more attention. If I was her, and Jess even said it on The Breakfast Club, I would have used that to my advantage because this young lady is also a rapper as well. So I would have used that to get more attention on my music, not playing victim. But let's watch the original video. Let me make sure. I can't play it because there's music in the background. Yeah. Somebody says she won't make it past 30. I'm 31. Bless your heart. She says back. Big guy says you're 6 feet under some rubble in 10 years. Hope this helps. Somebody else says I remember such an embarrassment, unattractive AF. Yeah, you bad built. Hold on. Jess Hilarious says, nah. Did the lyrics say you fat as hell? Oh my God, no. There was a video that this Jay Savage had that said, you fat as hell, I wish you well, oh well. She was dancing or whatever. It was the Chris Brown lyrics. I don't know if it said you fat as hell and somebody altered the words or if Jess was just being funny and added that word in there or whatever. But she does these skits, Jay Savage. Let me go to her page. I'll show y'all. She does these skits where she goes into restaurants like Burger King or whatever. And then when she gets inside the door, it's Planet Fitness. So it's just basically like telling you, okay, you don't need to be eating that stuff. Go work out instead. Let's not eat this stuff. Oh, my friend Tay is in the building. What's up, Tay? Tay says, hey, Shay in chat. What's up, Tay? How you bees? Thank you for joining. So she does these little skits where, you know, like I said, she goes into a fast food restaurant. Then when you come through the door, it's actually a gym, right? So she's known for doing these funny skits like that. So I guess it came up on Jess's TL because that's what she did in said video. She was going inside of a restaurant and it turned into a gym. So Jess just laughed and, you know, made a comment. Instead of this lady using it as, oh, I have a popular person commenting on my video, she posts it right here as a bad thing. Like trying to come for Jess Hilarious. So Jess does a whole apology, you know, because she felt bad. So this is her apology.
Usually don't do this at all, but apparently I'm being accused of fat shaming and shit, right? So the other day I was on my explore page and this video of this big girl popped up doing the Chris Brown challenge. You know, yeah, right. So I commented on the video. I know the lyrics didn't say, you fat as hell, I treat you well, come in. Oh no. You know what I mean? I was being funny because I thought she was being funny. You know how many comedians I know, how many content creators I know that they're comfortable in their skin and they make fun of their weight. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's ugly comedians that make fun of, you know, their ugliness. You know, just because they know that, all right, yeah, like I'm funny. I got something here. You know what I mean? I literally assumed that she was a content creator who was like being funny. Yo, Kevin Hart just did it when he was funny. Like, I just seen a nigga with no arms doing the shit. I mean, he was, well, you know, so certain people are making it funny now. Like they're not even trying to dance. And so I just thought that she was one of them. And definitely should have known better. I should have read the comments and, you know, and seen that whole time she on a weight loss journey. You know what I mean? She had already lost like, you know, hella pounds and she still is like working to lose, you know, hella more. So I didn't realize that. And I went to apologize to her in her DM, you know what I mean? Just because that's how I do shit. I feel like I hurt you, man. I'm gonna come and apologize to you, but I'm posting this because she took the comment and she put it on a video and reposted a video of her working out. And I'm like, oh shit, definitely not trying to, you know, fat shame nobody. You know what I'm saying? Should have definitely known better. I apologize to her and her DM. She wasn't trying to hear that shit. She, you know, I totally get it. Well, she heard me out, you know what I mean? But she think I'm apologizing because I'm being, you know, canceled or attacked. I'm like, nah, I get canceled every week. You know, that's not,
and she did.
You know, and it's almost never valid for me to be under cancellation scrutiny or whatever. I apologize to you because I hurt you and
So Jess was apologizing to this girl. Let me say this. I don't think that this warranted an apology. And hopefully what I hope this doesn't do is prohibit or stop Jess from commenting on people's videos, because celebrities commenting on your video can really make a difference as far as who comes to see it. Because if people are that like Jess Hilarious see, oh my God, Jess Hilarious watches this content creator, or they watch her videos or whatever, that could really be, that's free publicity or, you know, free assistance, right? For other people to come and check you out. So hopefully this girl and her little fat jokes against herself and her abusing this comment that could have been a help to her, like just acting like a damn victim. Like, girl, you are making comments. I mean, you're making content where people are laughing or you're trying to make fun of the situation. So when Jess says something, which, you know, some people say she's not funny. I see K-Dior says Jess not hilarious. Some people don't think she's funny. Some people do. But, you know, the people that do like her, you could have gotten so much more publicity off of this, but you just made it bad, and you just over here clout chasing, and you're milking it. Like, I see her constantly milking it. Like, girl, Jay Savage, girl, stop. And I want you to really be walking into the gyms. How about that? How about that? When Tay Talk says she probably apologized because of that Chad thing where she was talking about him losing that weight, not knowing he had cancer. So when he passed, she said she wasn't going to do that no more. Yeah. And see, and that's sad though. I'm glad that she's conscious of it, and she's, you know, some things, I guess, for some comedians are off limits, right? I think, you know, at some point, some things like what happened with Chadwick Boseman, right? Things that happen with him, people can look at it and say, okay, here's one thing I'm not going to make jokes about as a comedian. And I guess, you know, this is her thing. So, child, homegirl was clout chasing, in my opinion, but good for her. I hope she accept the damn apology, but I wouldn't have been apologizing to her ass. Moving on. Let's talk about this, and this is going to be the last video. I want y'all to tell me what y'all would do in this situation. Come on now. All right. This guy takes this lady out to dinner. I don't know what the hell she's eating, where she's gnawing at it like this. Is this a pork chop, or child, what the hell is she eating? Anyway, Quan McClellan, okay, he says, she texts the guy and says, hey, are you okay? Oh, wait a minute. Let me read the description first. Read, I finally let this guy take me out after he stayed in my DMs begging for a chance, just for him to play in my face and walk out on me at the restaurant. If y'all men can't afford to take women out, stop begging for dates. It's sad he had to come up with a lame excuse just to leave me stuck with a bill I couldn't even afford. And the crazy part, his issue was not me knowing how to eat a steak. Like, be for real. His issue was me not knowing how to eat a steak. Like, be for real. As a man, it's your job to teach me, not embarrass me. So not only is he broke, but he's lacking masculinity too. I'm exposing him because the world needs to know how he did me. Single ladies, let me say this. Come to the front. It's not a man's job to teach you shit, honey. You a grown-ass woman. You should know how to use a fork and a knife and cut your damn food up. Don't you cut your, if you have kids, did you cut your kids' food up for them? You know not to take a whole steak like a savage dinosaur, eating it like the way you are. Scruff McGruff. Girl, what? Why you look like a Tasmanian devil over here eating this daggone food? Like you have no home training. I would have left your ass too. And ladies, stop going to dinner with men just to get free meals and you're broke. You need to make sure whenever you go out with these men, preferably, okay, you don't know how this is going to go. You always need to have a coin so that you can, number one, get away from this ninja if he crazy as hell. And two, you need to have a friend on speed dial to make an excuse to leave if it ain't going right. So if you ain't got no money and you broke, you are at the mercy of this man that you clearly don't even know. There is no way that a man will leave me on a date and I wouldn't know how to pay. So this is what this happens in the text. She texts him and says, hey, are you okay? You've been gone from the table for like 10 minutes. He says, I left. She says, what you mean you left? You haven't even paid and you said you were going to the bathroom. He said, I paid for my food. She said, dude, what the F? Hope this is a joke. He said, the joke is you, a woman that's almost 40. Now, girl, you almost 40 and don't know how to eat a steak and you eating like this? Oh, no. The joke is you, a woman that's almost 40, picking up a steak and biting it like you're an animal. You're embarrassing and classless, and I hate I ever hopped in your DM. You're nothing like you appear to be on the internet. She says, Ninja, I only allowed you to take me on this date so I can get a meal. Ain't no way you're playing in my face like this. A real man would have shown me how to properly eat the steak. If you're broke and can't afford me, you shouldn't have took me on the date. I don't have the money for this food. You need to cash at me. First of all, bitch, you calling him broke, but your ass ain't got no damn money. How that look? You don't have room to call nobody broke. You broke hoe. No one at this steak like this. That is unfucking believable. This why, Lord, this why I'm married. Because if I was out here dating, I never. He says, Shorty, you got your meal. You just got to pay for it. Be blessed, big rabbit teeth hoe. Now, let me say this. I don't think he should have left her high and dry like this. I think that's crazy. I think he should have paid for dinner. And he should have just been like, I ain't never going out with her again. Now, that's class and couth. That was real. That is tragic to just leave somebody in the middle of the damn date. That's real fucked up. But I guess he really wanted to show her, and she ain't getting not a smoke signal, a call, or nothing. Okay. Well, oh, Lord, what Tay say? She said, batch. Why the F are you even going to a steakhouse if you can't afford it or don't know how to eat a steak? I can hear Tay saying it, batch. Why the fuck are you even going to a steakhouse if you can't afford it or don't know how to eat a damn steak? Tay also says, he said 10 minutes. Keep waiting. Goodbye. Girl, she was not. Jazzy says, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Tay says, where did she get that picture from? He probably took it while he probably sent it to her in the text message. Like, you look how the fuck you look. You look crazy. He probably sent that right on to her. Okay. Jazzy says Offset been trifling and is definitely is. Okay. Indefinitely. Rose Armstead says, you sound just like Tay. Look, I watch her enough. I can sound just like her. Okay. She is hilarious. Tay says, child. Here she go. This is how Tay say child. 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 I would have dipped out too. Girl, what are you doing, honey? Ladies, don't go out on dates. Don't go out on dates with people and you ain't got no money. A partner is not different. Child, listen, okay? Listen. When Tay talks, she left. Yeah, y'all, listen, don't go out on dates with people if you ain't got no money, honey. Okay. You always need to have your portion squared away just in case, because ain't nobody trying to be washing dishes. Okay. Clearly, she ain't even have enough time to put a little bump to her curl in her hair. She got a little flat wrap going on. Like, she really was hungry. She just got off. It's given. I just hurried up and got off work and I was hungry as hell. So I waited on this ninja to pick me up and go out to eat. Now, baby, do you even have money for the Uber to go home, honey? I'm just saying. It's given busted and disgusted. Ladies, don't do that to yourself. Moving on. Miss Vaughn says, hey, Shay and everyone. What's up, Miss Vaughn? Thank you for joining. How you bees? All right, y'all. Let's get into Beyond the Gates, okay? So the last time we talked about Beyond the Gates, we were up to last Wednesday, okay? Because I had came on and did like a quick cap. Not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before last. And we talked about Beyond the Gates. Let me see. Do I have the overlay for that, child? Yes, I do. Okay, yes, I do, honey. All right, 44.55. Jazz, if you can put that in the chat, 44.55. We talk about Beyond the Gates. I can do the timestamp, please. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, sis. All right, y'all. Beyond the gates, okay? Listen. It's been a lot going on with it behind the gates, okay? And we're going to start with Dana Leslie getting this money, okay? We didn't quite finish out the week before last, so we're going to finish that Thursday and Friday. This was right when Chelsea got abducted. Leslie is getting all this money. Let me tell y'all what I think about the money situation. So as we know, Anita did this trust where she was constantly putting money in this trust, and this was supposed to be the fourth articulate Barbara's portion if she had been alive to be a part of the group. Now, this money has, doubled, I guess, in size from what Anita was putting in there, because my thing is they were singing back in the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, maybe some of the 90s, okay? So the amount of money that they were getting then probably wouldn't equate to what they would be getting now. So I'm sure it was a good coin, but not a whole lot, because hell, Sharon and Tracy ain't had no damn money, and they was eager to come back to the group so that they can get some money. They were eager to come back and get on that stage with Anita after all that shit they talked, but they still wanted to hop back on the stage because they admitted that they were broke and they needed the money. Okay. So with that being said, the money was substantial in there. However, even with investing it or whatever, I can't imagine that money has quadrupled that much where she's now richer than the Duprees. That doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't. Also, if Anita decides to not put any more money in there, she can also have them stop investing the money. Now, also, even if they are still going to continue to invest the money, right? They're giving her $1 million every 6 months, right? So as they keep giving her money, the less money is going to be in there for them to continue to invest back for her to get a return on the investment. So this money is not endless, okay? Let's make that very clear. So with her getting that first disbursement of $1 million, number one, there is no way that she's going over and offering these people beyond the gates beyond what their house is worth. I'm sure their house is worth $1 million+ the size of the homes that we saw, at least the size of the Dupree's home alone. So you done already spent money. You gave Ted $50,000. You done went shopping. And I know you ain't pay your credit card bills off. So your credit is fucked up. So I don't care how much you have this. You just got this newfound money. There needs to be time for your credit score to update. It's not going to update in a couple of days. I don't care if you put $1 million in your bank account. So the bank is not going to give you a loan for that amount as earnest money for you to go and buy this house from these people. This is just not realistic. So for you to be going over to the people across the street and trying to buy their house, you ain't got enough, sis. You just don't. So this money, like I said, is not endless for Dana Leslie. So for her to keep on talking about, oh, I got all this money, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. She wants to be in high society. These people are still doing things to make money. That's why they will remain rich. Ted is a surgeon. Nicole is a psychiatrist. She's seeing patients actively. Vernon is a teacher, still working, probably still getting his checks from the Senate and the investments that they've made business-wise. Anita, still selling records, singing, whatever, investments that she's made. Okay? And I'm pretty sure if they have that money invested for that trust where it's making money from stocks and this, that, and the third, I'm sure they have money set aside where it's making stocks and tripling and quadrupling for them too. That's why they're so wealthy. So for them to try to pull the wool over our eyes, like all of a sudden, Dana Leslie is richer than everybody else, that's just not true. It's simply just not true. Okay. Let's look at some of y'all comments. Ms. Vaughn says they're going to find a way to take that money back. Oh, absolutely. 1000%. Rosa Armstead says, yep. Rose says, I totally agree, Miss Vaughn. That Tay says that was my thing. Like, how much was it? Because Sharon and Tracy was broke. Exactly. So, like, even if you're let's say you invested every month, Anita was investing $5,000 to $10,000, right? Let's say she was investing $5,000, and that's being generous for that back in the day. How much money they were making, right? Let's say she was investing $5,000 a month. Still, because with my 401k, they invest my 401k every, month or whatever for it to make money. It ain't making no whole shit ton of money like that. And I have a lot in there. So that's what I'm saying. They weren't putting millions of dollars in there for them to be reinvesting it and making all this money. That's why this story just doesn't make sense. Rose Armstead says, I totally agree, Miss Vaughn. Jazzy says, he crazy as ever, and I would have never laid down with Offset. Girl, absolutely not. Okay, absolutely freaking not. Oh shoot, Jazzy, did you put the timestamp in there? I forgot what time it was, but that's okay. I said it in the video. I can go back and look. Miss Vaughn says, yep. Montrez Jones. What's up, Montrez? Thank you for joining. He says, hey, Shay. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? Charlene W says, a few content creators were on Melody's TikTok today. That was nice. Yeah, T-Talk with your girl was on there. And I'm like, girl, you ain't tell me last Friday you was going on Mel's live, child. But I guess she's like, let me keep that close to the chest. But yeah, I'm happy for her. She's on there. There was another content creator on there too. It was T-Talk with your girl. And I know her voice, but I wasn't watching the whole live. I was just waiting to buy some of the things I wanted to buy. A friend of mine wanted the chocolate body butter or whatever. She liked it. I bought it for her as a gag gift. It's the private joke between us, but she ended up loving it. She was like, well, I'll tell y'all, she probably never gonna watch my video. She has a tattoo in an area I'm not gonna say that says chocolate drop or whatever. So I got it for her. I think I got it for around, was it around Valentine's Day? I don't know. I got it for her anyway. And I was like, yeah, this go with your tattoo. And she ended up loving it. I got her the body oil and the body butter on one of these lives, me buying, because child, buy something every damn live. And if I miss the live, I go into my TikTok shop and buy it because it's like I'm paying myself to buy the products. That makes sense. Oh, Sassy T from the 803. Yes. Okay. Sassy T from the 803 is on there. Thanks, Rose. And thank you, Valerie Vella. And Sandra P. Oh, okay. Awesome. That's so dope. I love that. That even though Melody is not on that show anymore, she's still, she's really acknowledging the support from her fans. I really can appreciate that. When Tay Talk says, I love that chocolate one too. And I love it too. I still have some. It is such a great layering product. Like, I love body oils, y'all. So I get my body oils from Skinsational. It's over in Savage Mill, close to Laurel, like mid Laurel, Columbia, Maryland area, right? And I frequent that store. Okay. So I go there and I love to like mix my oil in different butters to create scents, my own scents, right? Love it. That chocolate one, it is a great, that one and the butter, the vanilla, sweet vanilla one. Yep. Yeah, I'm always on here selling 7th Avenue. Let me get on back to the Beyond the Gates. So Leslie and this money, okay? So she gets all this money. She's trying to buy this house. She goes to Vanessa to have her help her get the house across the street, right? So she got to go over to the Dupree's house and she got to do all of this stuff. Like, first of all, I don't understand why the Duprees keep letting her in their damn house. That's first and foremost, because there is nothing that she needs to talk to them about. You keep going over here trying to throw it in Anita's face that you got this money and all this, that, and the third. She finds out that Anita was the reason why she has the money or whatever. But like, why do you keep coming over there? And I would pay her dust every time I see her. I'd be like, okay, you in the country club, so Okay, you live over here. So you won't be able to buy my house. You won't be in my house. You will never be in my circle. You will never be my friend. Like, I don't care. I would pay her complete dust. But I think because it's a show, they have to have some type of interaction with her in some shape, form, or fashion. But it's just like, girl, you're doing team entirely too much. And Eva, if I was Eva, I would be extremely embarrassed of my mother. And I would be telling her, you really look like a big ass Bama. Keep constantly going around these people giving your soliloquy speeches or whatever, talking about how you rich and this, that, and the third. And there are so many speculations on social media right now talking about how who could possibly be Dana Leslie's dad. So some people are saying it could be Dante. Some people are saying they think it's going to be Vernon. It's going to have to be something to continue to create drama around her. Some people are saying that Kat and Eva were switched at birth. That's not true. Leslie had Eva in Chicago. So unless she had her in DC, where they're saying that that's where Kat was born, or Maryland or whatever, and switched the babies, there's no way. She birthed Eva in Chicago, which makes sense because that's where Barbara and the Articulates were from. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. Now, a theory, well, I'll talk about that theory once we get there. So what else are we missing? So there's the money situation going on. She over here acting like she richer than every damn body. Oh, and people were saying that Peaches could possibly be Barbara. That doesn't even make any sense. Now, I would think that Anita and the Articulates would have at least attended Barbara's funeral. And I think that Barbara's sister was getting the money up until she passed away. And so now the money has to go to another beneficiary in the family, which is why they have been looking for Dana Leslie. So there's that. But yeah, this Rose Armstead says, nope, I don't believe Kat was switched. No, I don't think so. It just doesn't make any sense. Getting Jazz, he took her out and walked out. No, he could not pay, broke and lame as hell. Yeah, you can't be going out to dinner, ain't got no money, honey, okay? Rose Armstead says, I heard Vernon might be her dad, but that has not come out yet. Yeah, I don't know how he could be her father, though, because apparently Vernon met Anita well into her career. So it would have to be something where he was sleeping with Barbara well before he knew Anita. Now, that could be something where they're trying to teach Nicole a lesson, where it's like, okay, your mom forgave your dad. She didn't even know him then. And Nicole will just be like, well, I was married and he cheated on me. So there's going to be some type of way where they're trying to create a lesson out of this thing. When Tay Talk says they started to let her in more than Ted do. Right. I'm like, they starting to let her in more than Ted do. Yeah, and if I'm Ted, she will be in the hallway because Eva is grown as fuck. Y'all don't need to parent her. She's an adult. You don't need to talk to Dana about anything having to do with Eva. You can establish your own relationship with her. I don't know why he talks to her more than he tries to talk to Nicole, which pisses me off. But I heard there's a rumor that the previous Maurice, there's two rumors about why he left. First, they said that the actor that is currently playing Ted, he was always supposed to be the person, but he couldn't start until he finished another project or something like that. And so that's why we had the original Maurice. But then there's another rumor that the original Maurice child, Ted, the original Ted, which was originally played by Maurice Johnson. There are rumors that Maurice Johnson left because he didn't like the way that the Ted character was being written. So he didn't want to play the character because he didn't like the rabbit hole that this Ted was going down. And I don't blame him because this role, he is turning into a real soft puss. Charlene W says, Valerie Bella, tea talk with your girl too. They were on a birthday trip to California. Oh, that's dope. Well, you know what? She did tell me she was going to California. That is so dope. I love that. Oh, that's okay. Okay. All right. I see what it is. I see what she meant by that. Little inside thing, y'all. Rose Armstead says Leslie's dad. Yeah, we're trying to figure out who that is, child. Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV says always bring money to pay the bill. This is just a whole mess. It and is. That was definitely a mess. Rose Armstead says, nope, I don't believe Cat was switched. Yeah, I don't believe that either. Wente Talk says that's another reason I don't buy this story, because was the sister rich? And if nobody knew that Barbara had a baby, how did they know to even look for Dana or Peaches? Exactly. Bingo, Tay. How would they know to look for anybody else? And Peaches is not a real family member. Peaches is a friend of the family. So unless Peaches somehow knew that Dana's aunt, right, Barbara's sister, was getting this money, I don't know how she found out that she was getting this money, and now this is the time to tell Dana that Barbara was her mom. Child, who knows? We need more backstory. Exactly. How did Peaches even know? How did she know? Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV says absolutely embarrassed herself, but getting her payback, I guess. But most men will pay for the date. Yeah, child, a mess. Frank G Life, thank you so much for joining. He says he made the right choice. I knew to leave. I'm new to the live. He made the right choice. I'm new to the live. Thank you so much for watching, Frank G. Thank you. I appreciate you. Welcome. KB says he is in a movie on Black TV. Yes, he is. He's in some series too that just got a season 2. So yeah. Valerie Bella says, yes, Charlene, they mentioned Tea Talk with your girl. I was telling who was there with her. Oh, got you. You're welcome. Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Wente Talk says, but wouldn't Anita and the other girls know Peaches since she said she was Barbara's best friend? Exactly. That's another thing that has holes in it. That Peaches, I mean, they should know her. They should know her. And then also, why didn't Barbara say that she had a kid in her farewell letter to Anita? And when did she off herself? You know, it's a lot of questions that need answers. So, y'all, let's move into another story on here. So, Derek, as we know, gets into he has an injury where he could possibly be paralyzed. So he over there, we ain't gonna talk about this too long because I'm pretty sure y'all don't care, just like I don't. He over there almost, pretty much paralyzed from the waist down. He's forcing himself through therapy, trying to, get himself better because he thinks that that's how he's using Ashley as fuel to win her heart back, whatever. So he's overdoing therapy, physical therapy rather. And Shanice is his physical therapist. Ashley begs her to be his therapist, blah, blah, blah. So once Andre finds out that Ashley, this happened to Derek, he runs up there to check on Ashley to see how she's doing and say, I heard about what's happening to Derek. I'm rushing up here to see. And Ashley like, I ain't checking for you. I saw you kissing up and hugging up on Danny after you said that there wasn't nothing going on. I don't care. I'm going to be with Derek because that's the love of my life and this, that, and the third. So Andrea is like, do you really think that he's the love of your life, or are you just saying that because he's hurt? At this point, if I'm Andre, I wouldn't give a fuck because this indecisive bitch here, who gives a damn? Like Ashley, thank you so much, Jazzy. I see where you put the timestamp in there. I appreciate you. Listen, Ashley is so indecisive. She is so childish. I wouldn't even want to deal with her because she wouldn't even know how to make a decision that was worth anything if it had to save her life. She focuses on the wrong shit. Just like when she came over to the Dupree's house in the midst of all this stuff going on with Chelsea, why were you even here? It's like you just came over here to see what was going on with Andre and Danny. Like, girl, go back to the hospital because you're not really providing any assistance at this point. You're really not. Go back and lift Derek's legs up in the air and help him wave them and see if he can do it just like he don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give two shits about the Derek story. I'm so sorry. And, Ashley, kick rocks. I don't even know what Ashley has done to deserve this role and get as much attention as she's getting, but it's actually annoying the fuck out of me. Moving on because I don't care. We get to Naomi. What is this? Episode 115. I think we talked about. No. Nicole has a major relationship update to tell Kat. Vanessa meets with a new client who has lofty demands. That's about Vernon calls Bill for help, but Bill has some demands that need to be met first. Danny dishes out some conditions of her own to Andre. Okay, so this is when Danny talks to Andre, and she says to him, listen, she listens to him vent about Ashley and how Ashley thought that they were still, she caught them kissing or whatever, and she thought that they were still together and whatnot and canoodling. And so she talks him off the ledge over that. And then they kind of toy back with the idea because he says Ashley is just really not checking for him no more. So it is what it is. That's a done deal. So they kind of poke around with the idea of, okay, well, can we still chop and screw? She was like, oh no, honey, you can't just jump back into these pants. You got to woo me. Okay. So now she tells Andre, listen, I'm open to something with you, but you got to work on Danny's heart. Okay. You got to come on over here and show me that you care. Show me a little love or something. Okay. You got to try to court me because you ain't getting this for free no more. Okay. And that is what it is. So Andre says, I'm up for the challenge. I can accept the challenge. And so she says, done. Okay, cool. Because you ain't about to be fucking me no more until I see fit for it to make sense. Okay. So Nicole ends up telling Kat that she is divorcing Ted. Okay. So Kat is upset about it. She's like, I know Dad is not doing, he made a mistake or whatever, but regardless, I support you. And I think that Kat and Martin, because in the latest episode, Nicole ends up telling Martin, and Martin comes to the conclusion that he feels like Nicole is doing this because of what happened to him. Like Nicole was upset about the cheating, but it seems like it took it over the helm when she found out that also Ted was lying to her or didn't reveal to her what happened with that whole situation with Vernon and and Martin and the WPs that were harassing them or whatever. I just feel like Nicole is holding a lot over Ted, but Ted is really showing us his true colors because I feel like Ted is more in love with the prestige of being intertwined in this family versus being with Nicole. Because my thing is, if my husband and I'm trying to fight for his love or whatever, he would literally have to put me out of his face. I would be around him, showing him and telling him every 5 minutes if I fucked up, what I want to do to get back with him, how much I love him. I would be around to remind him of the good days, to let him know, listen, yes, I cheated 20 years ago. Okay. But ever since then, I have been in your corner. I have loved you, and I'm going to continue to love you that way. I apologize. If I could go back in time and erase it, I would, but I cannot. It's done. And, I can't change it. I wish I could. Okay. And I would constantly show her that every day by not letting Leslie into your hotel room every chance you get, by not doing anything with Leslie. I would be working to get rid of this hoe. And why haven't we gotten her incriminated to take her ass to jail yet? Remind me of that. Because she damn near tried to kill Laura. Did we forget about that or no? I'm just wondering. Moving on. Hold on, y'all. I got to take myself off camera because it's lagging. Hold on. All right, let's see if it'll catch up. So what else is going on here? So then we have the whole situation with, because we're going to talk about Chelsea's kidnapping last, because that's basically what took up the entire week. So for this week, anyway. So Samantha and Tyrell, they decide that they don't want to, they don't want to see their mom anymore. But did y'all notice they were standing in front of her and they were like, no, we'll tell her. Because when she popped back up over their house, what's this lady name, child? Because I haven't seen her in a couple of episodes. June. So when June pops back up over their house, Martin and Smitty, that is, she's trying to plead her case as to, oh, I know why y'all don't want to see me no more, and blase blase. I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry if I was being weird last time. I just love you, and I know that my smart son is doing this. Like, she was just rattling off things that she knows about the kids because she's their mother, and she did have them for a big chunk of their lives. I believe she had them up until Tyrell was 9, and I think Samantha was like 8 or 7. I think they're a year or 2 apart. So with them being teenagers, she pretty much had them for a little over half of both of their lives at this point. So she knows a lot about them from when they were growing up. So they came downstairs, and the parents was pretty much telling them, I'm sorry, they don't want to see you. And they said, no, we'll talk to her. But they didn't show the next episode showing the kids telling June that they didn't want to see her anymore. So that's kind of left unfinished. I don't like how some scenes of the show, it doesn't finish them out, even though I really don't care about this June, Smitty, and Martin, and Samantha and Tyrell shit. But you could have at least closed that story out and let us hear the kids say what they had to say before you kick this bum up out your house. Because June, you had no right to be going back to that house. And Naomi, you did team too much, in my opinion, forcing her down Smitty and Martin's throat, knowing exactly what they were already going through in their marriage. And Smitty, knock it the fuck off and forgive Martin already. I'm actually very tired of you, because you mad at him and he's gone through something so traumatic with your kindred. If anything, you need to be apologizing for your Klansmen brothers coming for your husband the way that they did, okay? Getting all upset with him. Now, I get it. He lied to you for a period of time, or whatever the case may be. But, sir, it's time to move on. Let's just promise no more secrets in the future and move on. Because at this point, you acting like you about to divorce him because you don't want him to come back you're acting like you don't ever want him to come back to the house. That's not how you work on a marriage, continuing to stay apart. But whatever. Moving on. So Andre and Ted talk about, oh no, we passed that. Hold on. Let's see. Episode. Eva has a stunning revelation to share with Tomas. Anita and Leslie go head to head. Andre rushes to the hospital. Okay, so Eva, Kat, and Tomas. Okay, let's talk about them. Listen. I really don't care about Kat and Tomas. Tomas's acting is absolutely dreadful. I don't think that I think Tomas is just smitten by Kat at this point because he finally got the cat and he feels some type of responsibility because he has taken her virginity. So I think that he wants to try to hold on to her. And now that he feels like he can get consistent poon from her, he's holding on. But also he is slick behind the scenes because he keeps on trying to hold on to Eva. I really, at this point, want him to go ahead and dick down Eva so we could see if he really that bad in bed. Because I don't even know if Kat would know what good dick is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure she knows she can feel what good dick is. Okay. She would get the sensation. And if he was able to give her an orgasm, whatever. But this is new to her. She don't know nothing about having schmecks. So I just feel like, listen, Tomas, you going over there getting books and shit like Eva is the Library of Congress and shit, and the best librarian in the neighborhood. Going over there and dust off Eva's cootie cat. Get on up in there, climb them walls, see if she coos and croons over it. And if she does, it's not you. Okay? If she don't, I'm sorry, your dick broke. it is what it is. Okay, moving on. I just want Kat to go ahead, because it sounds like from conversations that she's having, she done went over there to Jacob, telling Jacob that Tomas is bad in bed. Here's where I'm gonna tell y'all my theory about Jacob and Kat. I feel like, and this may be far-fetched to a lot of y'all, I feel like Kat and Jacob gonna hop in the sack. That's what I think. I think that Jacob is annoyed by her with how she always up in his job. But Kat, why did you feel so comfortable telling Jacob about your schmeck's life? I felt that was really inappropriate. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was inappropriate. And I wonder if Kat is looking at it like, oh, let me see. So clearly Jacob is married. So he is experienced. My cousin likes it. Maybe he can show me the ropes. Just stick it in there a couple times and I see if I like it. And then I know what to look for. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the stupid shit that's going through her head. But I feel like Kat and Jacob might end up getting in that Kat, because they spending too much time together. Last episode, they was hugging each other. They getting a little too close for comfort, if you ask me. So I don't know. Comment in the chat of what y'all think is going on. But yeah, Kat, you getting a little too close to your cousin's man, honey. Now I know Naomi's character, she's a lesbian in real life, so she ain't really checking for the Jacob man as it is. So she probably in real life would be happy, because that's less romantic scene she got to do with a man, child. Who knows? But that's another story, and I digress. I'm going off topic. But moving on. I think Kat and Jacob gonna end up fucking. I hope not, but that's what I think. They spending too much time together. But moving on. Little bug-eyed troll. Child. The little bug-eyed troll that has been stalking Chelsea. Okay. She has now kidnapped Chelsea. Now, Chelsea and Kat is the night of their big reveal. It's the night of their big reveal for their purse line, and everybody is supposed to be coming to support them. Chelsea is at the house with Kat. They're all excited. Bill and everybody is at the place. Now, tell me something. Why the hell wasn't Ted at the purse launch? Kat is his daughter. I don't care if the Duprees don't want you around. That's your daughter. You've been doing all this stuff to support Eva, but you can't go to your daughter's purse launch. You so into your own bullshit that you wasn't there to support your child. He should have been there when all of this stuff was happening, when her old girl kidnapped Chelsea. He should have been there when the news broke, when Bill found out and all of that, and he should have been at the Dupree's house. Hell, Dana Leslie be over at the damn Dupree's house, and they let her in. I'm pretty sure they would let your snake ass in too, because you still technically a part of the damn family. So I don't know how Allison, little bug-eyed ass. Now, let me tell you something. These gates ain't too tight, okay? These gates is not too tight, because they letting too many people beyond them at this point. How did Allison get beyond the gates? If Allison don't know nobody else that live over there, maybe she do, maybe she don't. But number one, how did she get in there? Number two, Danny, you ain't got no cameras around your house where you see a little 4-foot person dressed in all black like the Omen coming up on your damn property. And where was that security guard that caught Danny going into Bill and Haley's house? Where was he at then? He wasn't on patrol doing his damn job to catch Allison. And why do y'all leave that back door open like y'all do, that sliding door? Y'all don't have a front door to go out of the pool house that y'all living in on Danny's property? And Chelsea, do you have a bedroom? Why are you in the main area getting dressed? That's just like Cat. Why is Cat giving up her cat on the couch all the time? I know that little house got 2 bedrooms in it. It's just a lot that don't make sense here. Nobody saw little Miss Muffet dragging somebody in they tuffet up out of their house. Little tiny Tim came in there to drag Chelsea's big ass up out that house, and nobody saw it. And then you got to get out of the gate. Nobody saw her dressed in all black coming in and out the gate and suspicious. Yeah, y'all paying all that money to live behind them gates and ain't nobody protecting you. That's crazy as hell. So she manages to get Chelsea up out of there. Everybody is frantic, looking for Chelsea, scrambling, trying to figure it out. Madison immediately leads everybody to the fact that it's Allison. She like, I know it's this crazy hoe because she done came up in the hospital faking head injuries and whatnot. And I told Chelsea that this bitch was crazy. Okay. That's one thing that the damn Duprees didn't teach their children is common damn sense. From the top on down. Nicole thought that Martin should have just snitched on himself and went to jail to be righteous. Martin want to get an attitude and be crazy all the damn time because he don't know how to handle his anger. The kids, Smitty and Martin kids, letting random people in their damn house with bandages on their fucking forehead and meeting them in the park fixing their damn phone. Naomi taking a liking to bums in the street and bringing them over her house and finding and getting them beds and trying to find them a place to live and hurrying up to figure out having her intrude on her family, finding the kids and pushing her off on Martin and Smitty. Anita and damn Vernon didn't call the police over this situation with the WPs that assaulted them, knowing that they government officials, and hid the shit. Y'all don't have no damn common sense in this family. It's a lot of foolishness going on here, but whatever. So everybody is frantic. They find out that Chelsea is officially missing. Chelsea is over here, hands chained up on a bed. Her feet are out. Allison about yay high to the ground. Chelsea is having all these memories or daydreams of her family coming to her one by one, telling her, giving her advice on how to get up out of here. She remembers how Bill taught her how to fight, how Nicole and her mother telling her, listen, you got to sell her, Danny telling her, you got to sell the product. The product is a thing. So you need to make that product look like the prize. It's the same thing with this situation. Make her feel like you want her so you can get up out of here. I'm like, Chelsea, that chain would have been wrapped around little Munchkin's neck. Okay, I would have sent her right on down the yellow brick road. Because what the fuck are you talking about? This long ass chain, I would have choked the shit out of her. She would have been done. Then there was a part where Chelsea is sitting on that bed, would have been dragged all the way over there to get that daggone phone out of that chair. Like, are you kidding me, Chelsea? That time when she was sitting on the bench at the end of the bed trying to put her feet over, she should have sat down at the end on the floor, and that would have stretched her body out more, and she would have gotten the phone. It's clear that they didn't want her to get this phone, but they didn't do a good job of making it look hard for her to get this stuff. And that knife, that bed would have been dragged across the floor, and I would have had that knife, and I'd have said, bitch, you better unhand me. Especially when Chelsea took one of her hands out. She would have had a Mike Tyson punch to the chin. I'd have knocked that bitch cold out. She'd have been seeing birds all damn night. Like, what the hell? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So she takes her hand out because this bitch Allison is crazy as hell. She been stalking. We find out she been stalking Chelsea for the last 3 years. That's why, y'all, I'm telling you, content creators that's in the chat, my girl Tay, Kalani, Jazzy, listen, let me tell you something. And T, if you still here, content creators, any content creators, listen, y'all might think we ain't nobody, but please be careful about telling people where you at. I promise y'all, when I post some shit in my stories about where I am, I'm not there. I've been gone for like at least 2 hours because you ain't never gonna catch up with me. I never post anything while I'm somewhere. I post it when I leave. Chelsea apparently is sharing too much of herself on social media where people are getting to know too much of her patterns. So this lady is stalking her and she knows where she's at. Just like Allison said before, I know you love to come to Orphe Jeans and do this right after blah, blah, blah. She just knew too much of her stuff. Now, the writers had to backtrack because remember, Allison said that she was married. She said that her husband, he was being abusive to her and, that they were originally having the threesomes together. So, because she thought that she would be more comfortable with her if Craig was there, which was her alleged husband. Come to find out, Craig was a part of Joey's escort service. So she was paying homeboy to be a part of these threesomes so that she could get closer to Chelsea. But then when she found out Chelsea was actually into her, that was a bad move for Allison to I guess Allison wanted to play hard to get and she cut Chelsea off. She told Chelsea, "Oh, I can't be with you because Craig, he's getting mad at how close we are." I think the writers realized we remembered that because it didn't make any sense for Allison to now turn into a stalker when she dumped Chelsea. I didn't understand that. But then I guess she was just doing that to play a little bit of hard to get so she could get Chelsea as crazy over her as she is over Chelsea. But then Madison came along and put a big old wrench in her plan. So now that there's a wrench in her plan with Madison, she's in a frenzy, hurting herself to play on Chelsea's heartstrings. I'm like, girl, absolutely not. So through all of this stuff, Chelsea's over here being tortured by this woman. She done forced her to marry her because baby girl done got she done got ordained to do her weddings. I'm like, girl, that is not official because you have to get a marriage license from the court. And Chelsea would have to sign it. So y'all are not married for real. Crazy ass hoe. So back at the Dupree house, Bill is finding out all this information. He didn't know that Chelsea was, a lesbian. So he finds this out. He finds out Madison is her girlfriend. Everything is coming at him at one time. And he also finds out that Andre and Danny are a bit more than just distant family members. Okay. They've been getting pumped. She's been getting pumped in the butt. Okay. She been getting thrown around, slapping shoes, knocking the boots with Andre, okay? And he didn't even listen. Let me tell you something. Bill didn't give a damn when Haley came in there. He was just, once he saw that Danny got her a man, Shantae's got a man at home, he looked a little jealous. I was like, Bill, I know you're not mad. The way you threw Haley in her face like this, you lost your fucking mind. So Bill, speaking of Haley is at her house drinking. And she makes a comment, y'all. Did anybody pick up on this when she said, "Oh, I wouldn't even be able to enjoy this movie as much as I am if I was pregnant," or whatever she was doing if she was pregnant. I'm like, girl, your baby allegedly passed away, and you talking about how you happy you not pregnant. That should have let homegirl know that Haley was lying about being pregnant. Because anybody that was pregnant, you've already connected with your baby the day that you find out that you're having a baby. That is like pure sadness. And for you to be immediately drinking, you around the house, just doing your thing, living your best life, she don't care about no baby. I can't wait till Bill finds out that bitch was lying about being pregnant the entire time. So she finds out while she's sitting there, she calls Bill or whatever, and Bill lets her know that Chelsea is missing. So she don't give a damn about Chelsea. She's going over to the house. Even her little friend tells her, I don't know if you should go over to the Dupree's house, girl. They don't really like your ass. So she goes on. She's like, that's my husband, and I want to be there to support him. Girl, you was not there to support him. You, just like Dana Leslie, want to be a part of the family so bad. I ain't never seen like two women that are just so pressed to be a part of a family that could give two shits about you. I would not be trying to force myself into this family circle, and they don't fucking like you. And why? Why do you need to be cool with them? Just why? So she goes over there demanding to be around Bill. And even Bill is like, girl, get your ass out of here. Because he finally gets Anita and Vernon to say, we respect you. Because they're like, listen, we need you to do what you do. Handcuffs off. Find Chelsea. Like, do your thing. And he's like, listen, I need y'all respect at this point. But Bill is like, but also I want to find my daughter. So I'm going to do whatever it takes anyway. Y'all ain't even have to tell me that. So at this point, he's back in with the Duprees. So he ain't really trying to piss them off. So Haley coming over there, he like, girl, I told you, because on the phone before she came, he told her not to come over there. And he's like, girl, I told your ass not to fucking come over here. He ain't say it like that, but that's basically how he was saying it. She said, well, I'm over here to support you. And he's like, Haley, my daughter is missing. Like, she was like, and that's not fair to me where I can't come over here. And, I'm made to be worrying about their feelings. And I saw you over there with Danny and you're doing videos and all hugged up on her. He's like, I don't have time for your jealousy right now. My daughter is fucking missing. And that's what I'm talking about. Haley, you coming over here with this childish bullshit. That scene right there let me know just how much Bill and Haley are just so far off as a match. They are not a good match whatsoever. Okay? Not at all. Because if she's supposed to be your wife and she's supposed to be there supporting you, she shouldn't have even brought up what she saw with Danny. Like, that should be the least of her concern. She should be more, she's like, that's my stepdaughter. Girl, get your ass out of here. You don't bit more care about Chelsea than the man in the damn moon. Let me see if it's still lagging. Okay, it's not lagging anymore. All right, let's look at some of y'all comments before we get in. Oh, my girl Kalani is here. All right. He told her to get up under another man. Not get up under another man, child. Let me go back. Y'all is talking. Let's start here. No, KB. Let me start with KB. KB, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for watching. She says, Eva gonna turn Tomas out. Child. She gonna be bouncing around that. Okay. Period. Frank G. Life says he doesn't care about any books. He wants Eva. Exactly. He gonna read her. He gonna read and speak in tongues in an area that she gonna love it. Okay. She gonna love it. He gonna do all the things. Okay. Frank G. Life says, right. Me too. Rose Armstead says, I wonder why Kat told Jacob. Yeah, I thought that was really weird that she felt so comfortable having that type of conversation with him. That's not that's your cousin's husband. Why are we doing that? That's weird to me. Very weird. Valerie Bella says, me too. Oh, that you think that Kat and Jacob gonna fuck? Yeah, girl. I think it's gonna happen. I try my best not to think about Kat and Jacob. Yeah, Rose. Listen, something is awry. It's a going down. It's going to go down, in my opinion. KB said he told her to get up under another man. Child, yes, he did, but that man gonna be him. They spending too much time together. Frank G Life says too many times. Yeah, too many times they together, child. Too many times. Tay says, I think Kat and Jacob are going to open detective agency together, and he gonna quit the department. I don't think it's romantic chemistry. You don't think so, Tay? Yeah, they're gonna do something together. I agree. Because now that Jacob is not a goody two shoes anymore, because at first he was like, oh, I'll lock up my mama if I have to, because I'm gonna uphold the arm of the law. Everybody can get it. You get locked up, you get locked up, you get locked up. But now he done taken another tune because he see how his daddy is doing it, and he letting Marcel do it. So he like, you know what, fuck this. I'm about to do whatever the fuck I want to. Absolutely, Jazzy says. When Tay Talk says he was supposed to be there because he invited Eva. Right. So what time was he going to arrive? What time are you getting there? You're late. This is ridiculous. Okay, it's ridiculous. Get your ass there, Ted. Because boy, what? You late as fuck. Okay. And buy a bag, why don't you? Buy a bitch a bag or something. Okay. Frank G Life says he was making too many excuses why he can't go. Child, he always making excuses. That's his problem. The Real Foxy Cool says, hey, y'all, why are they rolling around on the couch? Child. I don't even know. Interesting. Jazzy says, soft as I don't know what. Child. Yeah, Ted is super soft. I'm tired of him. Rose Armstead says, Kat mentioned she went in Chelsea's room, but we never saw a room. Right. Thank you, Rose, because I remembered her saying, I was like, where's the bedroom? Because why is they fucking on the couch and she got a bedroom? Maybe if it was on a bed and, he could let me love you down, lay you down on your bed. I know that ain't the song. But yeah, if he had laid her down right, even took a pillow and put it up under her back, the low part of her back, he could have got just the perfect stroke for her. You got to learn, you got to do these things. You got to show her the way. All right. And the bed is the best place, honey. Rose Armstead says, Kat, oh, we read that. Montrez Jones says, did somebody help Allison? How did her little self drag Chelsea? Exactly. Maybe she been pumping iron for 3 years to get her muscles strong so she can do what she doing. And she picked the right night to try to do it. But that's crazy, though. You're going to get her on a night where everybody is going to be looking for her. That wasn't smart, Allison. But, child, clearly she ain't too bright. Ms. Vaughn says the security guard probably got fired because Chelsea went missing on his watch. Yeah, because they should have had security in that damn community. That's crazy. Like, unbelievable. The Real Foxy Cool says, I guess what they say is true. Crazy folks are strong as heck. Child, must be. And grow an inch or two to help drag motherfuckers up out of their house. Frank G Life says some stuff is weird on this show. It is. It just, some of it don't make no damn sense. Charlene W says, would Kat do that to Naomi? Child. Kat was about to let her father have to pay thousands of dollars just to prove a point that she was mad at Eva. So Kat, at this point, I think she'll do anything. To be honest, I think she'll do anything. The Real Foxy Cool says a lot of stuff on this show is real weird, and it is. Frank G Life says, why are the kids sleeping in that tiny room? Right, because Tyrell's room looked like a damn closet. I'm like, child, this looked like a juvenile detention center bed. Y'all need to get him a bigger room, because is this the attic? I don't know what's going on. Kalani Harrelson says, also one of my members and my friend says, hey girl, you have me cracking up. I've been listening since the beginning. I'm driving. I went on Brianna's Instagram page. I said, girl, I cannot stand Allison, so you are doing a great job. I know that's right. Listen, She is doing a great job playing crazy. And she's a beautiful woman, but the way she do her eyes real big and look all crazy, she's doing a great job. She's looking real crazy for sure. Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV says, I agree, Frank G. Life. The Real Foxy Cool says, Frank, that is strange. When Tay Talk says, right, I was like, is the bed nailed down? Right. Because, girl, what? That bed would be getting pulled, gyrated, and moved all around. And homegirl think that Chelsea's supposed to eat her cootie cat. They supposed to be making love. Girl, I can't get jiggy with this shit. And I can't scissor with my arm all fucked up like this. Girl, get me out of here. And I ain't eating your coochie. Okay, get the hell out of here. Child, moving on. The stuff they drag on is just senseless, period. Not birds. No problem. Oh, thank you, Jazz. You talking about the time slot. Charlene W says Chelsea looks twice as large as Allison. Exactly. I would have samurai kicked her ass right on. Only one arm chained. Right, Miss Vaughn. What are you doing, Chelsea? She would have been sock'em bopped several times by now. Several times. I know now better than anything. Child, you talking about not telling nobody where you at? Yeah, Tay. Because these motherfuckers on these internet streets crazy as hell. And I know what you talking about. And let me tell you something. If that bitch ever show up where the hell I'm at, she won't never leave. Catch that tea. Huh. Frank G. Life says, this is real life thing. This is a real life thing. And is. The Real Foxy Cool says, they got the right girl to play crazy. She look crazy in real life. And do. I post when I get back home. That's smart, Ms. Vaughn. Very good. Because listen, people crazy as hell. And I don't play that. Let's skip down because y'all is talking, okay? Y'all talking. Let's get close to where we're talking about. Jazzy says, always let him know you've been down for him, but men always know who held them down. This is true. Delisha Dismute. Hey, Delisha, I haven't seen you in a minute, girl. She says, hey, Shay, what's up? Rosa Armstead says, when Tay Talk usually have a good judge of character. And does. And do. Okay. Rose says, thinking about Kat and Jacob gonna put her Chelsea in a bad place. I don't know. Yeah, that would. But you never know, child, with these soaps. It's always us making speculations and SHI. Gotta wait a week to see a rescue. Right. Like, why would they take the show off for a week? They have had more breaks than any of the soaps. Like, y'all gotta have a backlog of shows where you could play something else for the Labor Day holiday and get right back into the storyline. Like, that is annoying me that we have to wait a whole week to figure out what's happening. So getting back into the story, y'all, Joey Armstrong, when we find out that Craig is the person, Craig reveals to Jacob and Kat that, look, baby girl crazy as a June bug. She been stalking your cousin, okay? I ain't got shit to do with her no more, okay? I done got rid of her. She got me out the picture because, I guess Chelsea was okay with fucking her without me. So yeah, I'm good. But I'm a part of this, escort service. And listen, don't snitch on me because Joey crazy and he might unalive my ass. Okay, so don't play. So they've used that as a way to go to Joey to figure out, hey, can we get Allison's credit card? So they find out Allison's name ain't Allison. So they get her credit card information. So they try to, get some information to see what she's been buying. So Joey, in order to give up the information, he says that he wants a favor that he can cash in with Martin. Now, I don't know why he's choosing Martin of all the Dupree clan, but child, he done chose Martin. Now, come to find out, they get the credit card information. It's a dead end for the most part, but then they realize, hold on, it's not really a dead end because they find out where some of her deliveries have been going. So they know where she lives, but she isn't basically at that house. They find out that the grandmother, they've been looking up her parents. The parents is in Hawaii. This is Allison's parents, right? So Allison's parents live in Hawaii, but they find out that she got an inheritance from her grandmother. So she has the grandmother gave her some little house on the prairie in the woods, some damn where. So they realized, okay, that may be where she has Chelsea held captive because she's had some things delivered to the house. Now, Allison, you're not that damn smart to be having shit delivered to the house. You should have been picking it up and taking it there. So that's how you know you ain't really a good criminal. So now the Cape Crusade, Madison, Kat, and Jacob are on the way to go and save Chelsea. But Chelsea, Allison over there trying to get Chelsea's cat. And, she going to end up fighting her. So I don't know what's going on. Allison has a knife in her hand. And she is mad because Chelsea won't give up her cootie cat. So now she want to try to unalive her. I'm like, this has all gone crazier than a June bug, okay? Crazier than a June bug. And that's pretty much it as to what has gone on, y'all, okay? So, y'all, let me read some more of y'all comments. If you are a part of my Patreon, we will be watching Love and Marriage Huntsville live together tonight. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to post a link. If you are not a part of it, the first 7 days is free, so feel free to join us this evening. I am going to create a link. It will be, I'll put the link on my community wall so y'all can join me and we can watch it together. And we'll do commentary in between on the commercials, okay? So that way y'all ain't got to give it no views. Some of y'all that don't want to watch it, but want to watch my commentary, you can support me, and we won't be giving it a whole bunch of views at the same time. So let's read what y'all got to say. Does anybody want to come up? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to come up. I can reserve like an extra 10 15 minutes for you guys to come up and chat about the show. If not, I'm gonna go feed my face to get ready for the show tonight, but I will reserve another 15 minutes for us to chat. I'll put the link in here for anybody that wants to come up. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. Rose says, gotta wait a week to see. Frank G says, but they won't do that with the other two shows on CBS. Exactly. They don't do that with Bold and the Beautiful. They don't do that with The Young and the Restless. So I don't know why they're doing it with Beyond the Gates. Because I bet you they'll have new episodes next week. But also they have been on for ages. But I would think if you're writing and creating a soap opera, you know that you have to have a backlog of shows so you can keep the show fresh. This is like the 4th or 5th time that we've had to watch reruns for a week. And that's unacceptable. Now, I get it. My girl, Miss B, she said, listen, we got to watch the show. I do encourage you all, even if you just let it play as silent noise in the background, we do need to continue to give the show the views so we can keep it going. I know y'all are just as pissed off as I am, but I am going to watch the show next week reluctantly so that I can make sure that it continues to get the views. But yeah, I don't like that. Jazzy says, definitely not closed tight at all. Charlene W says, Martin has to sleep on the couch. I guess they don't have a guest room, child. And living in a brownstone. They got to have a daggone guest room or something. The real Foxy Cool says, Charlene, Martin's silly as hell to sleep on the couch in his house. Yeah, there is no way I've been sleeping on no damn couch either. You got me effed up. Charlene W says, they already filmed their 200th episode. They have plenty in the can. Right. So what is going on? Well, I guess we just watched episode 123. So if you think about it, is that really a whole lot in the can, y'all? Because, they need to act and do a whole lot. Let's see, 123. We're going to do some quick math. So that's 77 episodes. We're going to divide that by 7. That's 11 weeks of episodes, at least. That's 11, 12, 13 episodes of 11 weeks. Oh, Jazzy is here. Thank you so much for joining, Jazzy. All right, we're going to let Jazzy up, y'all.
And that's just like going out of buy it.
What's up, friend?
Hey,
How
you
doing?
doing?
Good. Let me take this overlay down. Y'all, Jazzy is my mod, and she also has her own channel, y'all. So please go over to her channel and subscribe.
Oh, this
Okay.
is my niece,
Oh,
Shayla.
she's so adorable. Oh my God, you look just like your auntie. So what say you, Jazz? What say you about the show? What you thinking?
Um, it's just a mess. But for whatever reason, I like Ashley. For whatever reason, I like Ashley. I'll probably say that though.
Really? Oh, girl, you might be a lone friend. But that is
I'm
quite all
alone
right.
about a lot of stuff that I like.
You know what? Let me say this about Ashley. I just want to know what Ashley's purpose is, right? I just really would love to know what her purpose is. Like what is keeping her here? Because she doesn't like her and Derek as a foundation, it's not really like they're not connected enough. You know what I mean?
And
With everybody
that's what
for it
I
to,
was thinking though. I
yeah,
was thinking that they wasn't, connected at all.
right. Yeah, they're not connected enough for us to really care about them. We don't really have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of backstory on what's going on with each one of them to make
Mm-hmm.
them kind of mesh with the story. And Ashley's indecisive nature is what I think repels everybody from her. You know, she just can't make a solid decision on her own, and
Mm-hmm.
it's troubling to me.
It's
I don't
very
know.
troubling.
Yeah, but you know, maybe we'll grow to like her over time. Maybe she'll have a purpose. I did like her when she divulged to Naomi that, and that's another thing I forgot to bring up. Ashley, what you should have been bringing your ass over to the Dupree's house is to tell them that Haley faked that daggone sonogram. That's what
Exactly.
she should have been doing. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till that comes out. So what are
Me
your thoughts, Jazzy, on Vernon potentially being Dana's daddy?
Well, I remember when you were talking about it earlier, you said that you don't think that it's gonna be to where he's the father, but in a world on world, I'm not gonna say, Tyler Perry world or whatever, he'll make stuff like that happen. And
Mm-hmm.
they could do the same thing in this show too.
Yeah, you right. You right. That's why I was saying, like, I don't want it to be that way, but it isn't far-fetched. It
Right.
isn't far-fetched, even though I feel like he met Anita deeper into her articulate career, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I said, they could make it where he met her prior to. You know what I'm
Well, they
saying?
could.
Yeah. So we shall see. Let's see. Kalani says they did get picked up for season 2.
Okay,
Oh,
well
you're
that's
talking about
good.
Beyond the Gates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got picked up for season 2. Yeah, but I'm like they should. But Frank made a good point. He said both of them shows are boring repeats after repeats. Oh, so they do a whole lot of repeats, Frank, for Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless. I haven't watched them in a while, so
Oh, I haven't watched it in a while neither. I haven't watched it since I was a kid. Watched it with
me
my
neither.
late grandma.
Me too, girl. Me and you both. That was the summertime over grandma's house up until I was like 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
In the summertime when we out of school, watching it with my grandmother over the
Mm-hmm.
during the
And
week.
didn't know what I was watching either.
Yeah, I used to be like, Grandma, we gotta watch our stories.
Mm-hmm. And I know my uncle used to always tell me, he said, "What you know about them stories?" I
Right.
said, "Well, Granny told me about it. I just watching it with her."
Look, we all getting too grown and stuff. Charlene W says,
Mm-hmm.
was Kat, Jacob, and Madison in a car accident on their way to the cabin? You know what? That wouldn't be too far-fetched if they did get into a car accident because there has to be something that's going to deter them. You know what I mean? Um, so I guess we just have to wait and see. I guess we have to wait and see. I don't know. Because there was some speculation and some theories around Kat having to get some blood work and finding out that Ted is not, I mean, Nicole is not really her mom, and maybe child Dana Leslie stole an embryo. I'm like, how you gonna steal somebody's embryos? But then again, she got into a hospital and put potassium in somebody's IV and tried to kill him and getting away with it. So I don't know. I don't know. This is soap land, so we'll see. Somebody said
She
Ashley
said Ashley is
is
annoying as
annoying as hell.
Well, I'm gonna agree with you and say she can be
She's
sometimes.
real
I think you
foxy
just have
too.
to. She has to get used to it. 'Cause like I was saying, like I said about Funky Dineva the other day,
Uh-huh.
about he is a acquired taste, and she is a
Yes.
acquired taste.
Absolutely, child. We're gonna talk about funky real fast. Charlene W says, I think LAMH is a repeat tonight. For real?
Really?
Okay. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe we do Heart and Hustle, Houston. I need to
Yeah,
do my
I know.
review
I'm
on that
definitely gonna do
anyway.
that. Well, that's good because I'll be looking forward to watching Love and Mayor Huntsville.
Girl, I
But
be
I
trying.
just said I just stick with it because I started watching it from season one, and I said even
Mm-hmm.
though they do repeat their self, and the reviews have gotten shorter and shorter and shorter,
Yes.
15 minutes at the most.
Yeah. Because it's first of all, I love the way that you do your reviews because you get to the point. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like shout out to you, Jazzy, because listen, doing this content creator stuff, staying consistent, it
Mm-hmm.
is rough and tough in your Afro puffs. Okay, trying to manage
Absolutely is.
everything. Yeah, manage everything in life and then get on here and get
Mm-hmm.
on camera, entertain people, watch all these shows. And we got to watch the show several times, y'all, so that we can give good
Right.
commentary, take notes.
Right. And that's
It's like
what
I'm
I was
sitting.
telling my little girl. She just
Mm-hmm.
told me yesterday and today too. She said, well, you trying to hurry up and go back home, mommy? I'm in my mom's house now. She said, trying to
Uh-huh.
hurry up and go back home so you can watch your shows. I said, I have to write my notes and make sure that and rewind
Yes,
it back several times to make sure I heard what I heard.
it's
Because
a
like
job.
with yes, and with Marcel, I have to do that several times, and with Tisha as well.
Oh, girl, girl. I got to stomach her and then listen to it again. Like she is so
Mm,
annoying, but
yeah.
ugh,
And
we
I
gonna
know
see
my
how this season go.
yeah, I know my boyfriend, he said, you got the heart for that. He said, I couldn't do it.
My
I said,
husband
I'd
said
be
the same thing.
tired. I'd be
Yeah,
dirt tired though at the end of the night. I'd be
it's a
dirt
lot.
tired. And I just be
Yeah,
like, oh
it's a
gosh.
lot. It's a lot.
You
So
want to say
shout out
hey to Shay
to
Renee Aubrey? You want to
so
say
shout
hey?
out to the fellow content creators and y'all respect our flow, okay? We love y'all. We
Mhm.
love that you appreciate us, but show us the appreciation because it's hard out here for a pimp. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Frank G Life says Ashley and Andre are not connected together. Yeah, I don't
Not
think
at
so.
all. Not at all,
Yeah,
Frank.
no, I don't think and they're not a good match. I think that Andre is mostly intrigued with Ashley because Danny, he has to, you got to work for Danny. You know what I'm saying? I think that with Ashley, she don't really know no better. Like she's looking at him as this big shiny thing. Like, oh, oh my God, I'm so in awe of him. He did Paris in his apartment for me. Oh my God, it's so amazing. Derek would never, and he leaves his drawers on the floor in the bathroom. Like, girl, like Andre wouldn't do that too. I don't know. I don't know what Ashley looking for. She just all over the place.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's to say, all over the place, and don't know what she want neither.
She don't. She don't. Frank G says Beyond the Gates is on Pluto TV also. Oh, okay. I watch it on Paramount. I watch it
Oh,
on
yeah,
Paramount
me
because
too.
I watch it. It literally comes on at about around 5:15. I watch it on Paramount so I can watch it with no commercials. Because
Mhm.
if you watch it like regular day time, it's hella commercials and I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Yes, and I don't like the commercials neither. And
Me neither.
but I know this off subject because we're not talking about. But what did you think about Beyond the Villa? Beyond the Villa, the
Beyond the
season
Villa.
finale. Yeah, Love Island Beyond the Villa.
Oh, you know what? I have not gotten into that this season, but it is
You
all over the internet. No, I do not watch that. But a lot of people
did?
do, though. I'm gonna have to watch your review. Are you reviewing it? I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
I did Love Island season 7. That was the worst season.
Yeah,
Season 6 was a good season.
I just once I saw that's the thing that Ariana is hosting. Yeah, when I saw that she was hosting, yeah, I was like, I don't want to give her no clout. Like she just pissed me off.
Like her?
I don't like her. I think that she gaslit Tom like to the max with Vanderpump Rules.
Now that she did.
Yeah, I think that she never wanted to be with him like that. She didn't want to have children. He wanted to have kids. He stayed with her, basically not to hurt her feelings. He wanted to be a father. He wanted to be in a committed relationship. She was sleeping with women. She gave homegirl, she was carpet munching in the back seat while he was driving. So it's okay for you to do that stuff. But when he goes and you not giving him none for over a year, like that's crazy to me. You think any woman that thinks that you are able-bodied, but you're not gonna sleep with your man for over a year and you gonna get mad when he step out? Girl,
that should be expected though.
Yeah. Like, girl, what? I would have but honestly, Tom, you should have just dumped her. But I think it was just hard because they had a house together, they had acquired all this stuff together. So even though they weren't married, they had a lot of ties. So I just felt really bad for him throughout that whole situation because I just think he really got the short end of the stick with that. He really did. Yeah. So, and she, now all of a sudden she acting and doing this and doing that. You could have did all of that before if you were so talented, sis. Like you had to get dumped for people to see your talent. Nah, that's crazy. The real Foxy Cool says Ashley is all over the place, wishy-washy. Absolutely. Frank G says the repeat episodes on Pluto TV. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I think they're gonna play repeat episodes on Paramount too, if I'm not mistaken. My girl D said Ariana is a fraud. Scandival was fake. Yes, I agree, friend. Like that was a mess. A whole mess. Okay. She tasted she said she tasted Lala. That part. And she did. This is why you my girl, Shay. You my girl. D.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, that was who she was carpet munching in the back seat. Lala. And they admitted it. He took one for the team and did, and what a mighty take he did. Like it was, that was difficult. People gave her a chance out of pity. Yeah, and I just feel like that's just the wrong way to get the recognition that she has. They're gonna be on CBS too. Oh, who gonna be on CBS?
It actually comes. She talking about Beyond the Gates. It actually come on CBS, and CBS and Pluto are the Paramount and Pluto, Paramount and CBS. They the same people.
Oh,
so everything you see on CBS, you can see on Paramount Plus.
Got you. Okay. All right. Well, real quick, we're gonna talk about Funky Dineva. D about to leave us now.
Okay.
She can't stand him, child. I get it. But what do you think about Tamar posting that video of her doing her makeup?
Well, Tamar, I promise, I'd be at the house trying to give her all the credit, all the grace, because I love Tamar. But when she committing, like when she lying, she lying. She was lying all through the show when she was on the show with her sisters. And she just makes stuff up to have a storyline and just be lying on people. And instantly, I knew that she was lying on Funky Dineva.
Yeah, it's messed up.
She was. I'm like, that's it's bad that he thought that she was his friend. And I said I could have told him that she wasn't his friend. But she likes to, befriend, she likes to befriend gay people.
She does. Those are her. She hangs around gay guys like those are her purses that she just trying on for size every day. It's just ridiculous. They're gonna be on CBS too. I think we already put that comment up. Thanks, Rose. But yeah, Funky put up a post. I meant to do it in my hot topics, but it was on the post was on the wrong page. It was on my workout page, which is the page. I think that's the page you inbox me on, Shay Renee Health and Wealth. Yeah, that's the one I'm more active on, but I have one for Shay Renee Online.
Okay.
But that's fine. I check Shay Renee Health and Wellness all the time.
Okay.
What did he say, child? He said, "You didn't pay anything for me. The sign in the sparkler said Tamar. I didn't even want to be there." He said the whole internet saw the fact that I didn't even want to be there, which I did. When he was in that video and she was trying to grab his hand at the little party or whatever, and he looked like he did not want to be there. He says, "I hate the club." And he does. "I was trying to go home. You begged me to come." Because he says even when he does the down to the bar thing, he has to like build up his energy, and he's only like happy to be doing it because it's for his fans or whatever. It's for people he likes to, support his people that support him. "I'm not the rest of them folks you be with. I pay what I weigh. Every time we go out, I always pull my card out and pay because I never wanted you or anyone else to think I needed or wanted anything from you. You wanted to go to V12. You drank them people liquor, so you paid for it. Ain't that how it goes? Anyway, I got one implant and the right side of my face was swollen for 4 days. Your whole mouth fell out and your nose caved in. Yet here you are making appearances and videos." "I love when the lies take care of themselves. Done paid that Spanish lady to lie. You did 4 days in the hospital and had oral surgery to fix all your teeth, and now you are in perfect condition to appear in public with no bruising or swelling. If all that's true, then I'm Britney Spears."
Exactly, and that's why I was saying she clearly was lying.
She's lying. What
Yeah,
y'all
and
really
she had me wanting to know what happened. Did she fall down some stairs for all her teeth to be out?
Child, that video that lady posted from Miami, there's no way. That's why I said that is not Tamar's mouth. It can't. I don't believe that's her mouth. That is a picture or a prop of sorts of somebody that really did lose their damn teeth. That was not Tamar's mouth. She's child. I haven't liked her for years. Her voice is amazing. I love her music, but her as a person, I cannot. I cannot.
And the bad thing is, though, Shay, I just went to see her when I went to see October London.
Really?
And Rojaine. And I said, she got the voice of an angel, but I said, she is the devil for
But
real.
she is a demon, child. That's acting like a demon on earth. D said, "Don't get it twisted. I don't like Tamar either." Miss Vaughn says Tamar gets a bad rap sometimes, but she needs help for her issues. She does. But see, the thing is, Miss Vaughn, and I agree with you, but I will raise you. I will raise you that if you need help, get it. The problem is, instead of Tamar getting the help that she needs, she is constantly searching for accolades. She's constantly searching for people to love her and the thing is, I think that Tamar has always been jealous of Tony. That's what I think. I think she's always been jealous of her sister. And no matter, even with all her antics and her being on The View and her having a great voice and doing this, she will never go beyond that Tamar that was Tony's backup dancer rap. Because you haven't bridged the gap to make yourself a big star. You still looked at as Tony Braxton's little sister. Because guess what? You act like Tony Braxton's little sister. You act like a child. So you're known for acting like a brat.
Yeah. But you remember when her mom, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
But you remember when they were on the Braxtons And I considered that I, reviewing it when it came back or what have you. And I said, I don't want to review that because I don't think her mom helped it. I don't think
Mm-mm.
her mom helped her at all. I don't
No.
think that her dad helped either. Because it's
Mm.
like they would never tell her that she was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because, she was going to always be upset and be angry with her sister. She was going to always be upset and be angry with Tony Braxton. And of
Yep.
course, she wasn't going to take no advice or nothing from him.
Yeah. I think they enable her for sure.
Mhm.
They certainly enable
Absolutely.
her. And that's the problem. You can't continue to enable this behavior. They keep treating her like the baby of the family. And she's not a baby. This is a grown ass woman. She's 48 years
Almost
old.
50. Yes, almost
Yeah.
50.
You gotta stop. You got to stop. It's too much. Like at this
Mhm.
point, you gotta be tired of your own shenanigans. Like it's too much. D
Yeah.
says, I have to agree, Shay. At this point, I don't think that was Tamar's mouth. Yeah, sis. That ain't, I don't think that was her mouth. And Homegirl didn't say, this is Tamar Braxton's mouth. I think they were very, strategic with that.
Mhm.
Very strategic. D says, then she needs to get the help and keep us out the group chat. Period.
Mhm.
Period. Okay.
But she always be on social media all the time.
All the time. She couldn't help herself getting on there. She must really think that we're stupid. Like people have had real issues with their teeth where they've experienced some of the stuff that she's saying. She's just not giving all of the details, but there's no way that what she's saying happened to her and she's recovered that quickly or that she doesn't know
Exactly.
what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then she says, "Oh, my talent speaks for me." It's not like in the video, in the song, you singing, "Oh, I woke up with my teeth hanging out and no bleeding." That wasn't a part of the song. So
Mhm.
you really try to make us think that this really happened to you. So it didn't have
Yeah,
nothing to do with your music career.
it definitely did
We're
not.
crying wolf again, and we see you. Stop.
Yeah. And my thing is, I just hate that, Funky Dineva has to be wrapped and roped in it, and that like
Yeah.
the fans was thinking that he did something to her.
Yeah. But the fact, what type of person do you think that Funky Dineva is? Like he'll read somebody down to the ground, but to say that he would try to unalive somebody and stuff, that's a little crazy because that sounded like almost somebody tried to unalive this lady doing
Mm-hmm.
what she said was done to her. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Vaughn says, yeah, she's jealous. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
agree. I think she's always been jealous of Tony.
Yeah, I always been jealous of Tony.
It's crazy.
And the thing is, I always used to say they almost sound alike. They do sound alike.
Yeah, they do.
And
It's just Tony has
it's
a
so
deeper
many
voice.
songs that I used to listen to
Mm-hmm.
by them, especially that Christmas song, Mary Did You Know? And
Mm-hmm.
I have to listen and listen and say, okay, so that's Tamar. That's
Mm-hmm.
Tony right there. That's the
Mm-hmm.
one that, I mean, I would pinpoint out who was who, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if you're not listening good, you would think that
Yeah,
that's Tony singing, and it was actually Tamar.
right. Exactly. Well, more power to her. I pray that, if something really did happen to her, that she's in better spirits. But I just want her to stop incriminating people and getting them involved in her stuff. And,
Mm-hmm.
I just want people got to hold her accountable because just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean that it's open sesame to just believe whatever somebody says against them. If even when
Right.
you know daggone well it's not true.
Mhm.
But I don't
But
know.
you remember her background singer, James? I think his name was
Yeah,
James.
he was
And
supposed to be
he
her
still
bestie.
sing with her though. He still sing with her.
Oh, he does.
Because I just saw him when we went to the concert. And I was telling my mama, I said, that's James, the one that she was into it with.
Yep. And they don't be hanging out like that no more. So I guess he like, I'm just gonna get my coins and go.
Hmm.
So, but
Now that's
hey.
a relationship that you have to have with her. You can't be hanging with her and
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff. Can't be all personable and chummy with her no more.
No, because it's none of her friendships last. She has a new like cauldron of people around her every year.
Mhm.
It's weird. It's weird, but what D say? It's Funky's karma. Woo woo woo. Woo woo woo. Kempire voice. Oh well. All right, Jazzy. Well, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I'm gonna go and try to find me some sustenance, find me some food, finish up. And I may pre-record. Houston because I'm like behind. I think this will be like the third episode I'm behind. So I may just do that as a pre-recorded. So but thank you so much, Jazzy, for coming up.
You're
It's great to
welcome.
talk to you for sure, for sure.
Good to talk to you too. And
All right.
before I go, let me ask you
Uh-huh.
about the camera. You were talking about it yesterday. It was another subscriber that was asking you about what camera do you use? Because I'm using my phone
Oh
for my
yeah.
videos. Believe it.
Yes, I got you. I will I'll send it to I'll inbox it to you now. That was
Okay.
Lee. I actually sent it to her this morning because I saw her message was in my request. So I was like, why haven't I seen Lee's message yet? And then I finally saw it was in my request. So I got you. I'll send it to you shortly.
Okay. Well,
All
thank you,
right.
Shay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye,
All righty.
Ted.
All right. See you.
You too. Bye bye.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Okay. Appreciate y'all for sticking around for the extra commentary on the things that I didn't even have up here. But y'all, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this with us too. Thank you, Jazzy, for modding this evening, and thank you for time stamping the video. I will go back and do timestamps for the hot topics, but Beyond the Gates and our short commentary on Funky Dineva. Okay. So thank y'all so much. If nobody told you today, I love you and I mean it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out.